Yeah, you've gone back to the masks, meeting times, and just trying to be as careful as we can. So we've been through this before. That's the one thing. We've done this several times that we've been in this process, and honestly, with ball cancellations, you don't want to be a part of that. And go back to beginning of the season, there was the concerns that there wasn't going to be games sometimes, right? There was going to be cancellations and things like that. It didn't happen, and we're seeing it right now in bowl games. So we just got to be aware, and we have to understand that we got to take precautions so we don't end up in that same situation. But our medical staff explains all that. They let us know things that we have to be aware of. And for our guys, I mean, we made it to this point. We certainly want to make it to the bowl game, and it's unfortunate that some other teams haven't been able to play in their games. I know those players and coaches worked hard, and so when you see that, it's concerning. And we want to make sure that we're prepared to go out there and play. So we're going to take precautions to be able to do that to the best of our ability.
Coach, can you talk about the offensive line? You got some new guys are going to have to be starting in this game.
Yeah.
How they looked in practice, and Houston's got a pretty athletic defensive front, doesn't it?
I think Houston's got a very good defense. I think Houston's got a very good team. But yes, those guys on the O-line, they've been practicing, so it's just a chance for them to go play. To some degree, I'm excited for them. You practice the entire year, you don't get a chance to play, and unfortunately, if somebody gets injured, you get your opportunity. Or if guys aren't eligible to play in the same bowl game, you get your opportunity. One way or another, you're waiting for your chance to go play. So Jalil, some other guys that are going to be out there playing, it's your opportunity to go out there and show all the work you've been putting in on the practice field. Now go out there and take it into the game. And every guy came to Auburn to play, so I look forward to seeing those guys go out there and get their shot. So as far as practice goes, they've been good. I think the execution in practice has been solid, and I know those guys are excited to go out there and do it on game day. So let's make sure that we just clean some things up. We really detail what we need to do in this game plan, and then come game day, go out there, let's cut it loose and play fast.
Hey Bryan, obviously you want to win the game, but how do you approach bowl practice and the bowl game in terms of getting younger guys in and almost using it as a evaluation tool maybe for the next spring? I mean, how do you factor that in?
Yeah, the whole purpose of the bowl game is to win it. So those guys will get their reps, and naturally some guys are getting more opportunities because other guys aren't playing. They're not available or they're not here, one way or another. So guys are naturally going to get their opportunities in bowl practices. You do that early on just because you're really working on your base stuff, so everybody gets to participate in practice. And then as you get closer to the game, you got to really tighten it up and get ready to go out there and play the best guys that you need to have on the field to win the game. So there's that theory. I know I've always heard people say that it's more practice time, it's all that. And I understand it, and that does happen during bowl prep. But the main focus is winning the game. It's on Houston. How do we prepare? What are some of the things that we did during the season that we can improve on now while we have some extra practices? That's what I think bowl practices do. You take a look at the season, all right, it's still a continuation of your team. We're still working on the things that we didn't do well in the season so we can be better at it when we go out there and play against Houston. So all the focus is on just how do we get prepared to go out there and play our best football and win the game.
Heard the guy you got a pretty significant commitment today from Oregon.
From Oregon, yeah. You know his name?
Huh? Do I know?
Yeah.
I don't cover recruiting. So
Jason.
Jason something.
Jason Jones.
Jason Jones.
Yeah, from just down the road.
I also
Yeah,
have a
from
commitment from France.
from just down the road. Yeah, Jeffrey Imba.
Yep.
Yeah, so we had some big ones, and Jeffrey was waiting for his announcement, and so that was big, and he's going to come in here, and obviously the D-line is. We got two guys now that are going to be a part of our program. We're excited about. Like I said before, and we said it, recruiting doesn't end. I mean, that's a part of, what we have to do along with bowl practices and getting ourselves ready for this game. They're still recruiting. We still have another signing period, and obviously when things change, with the portal and other things like that, there's movement and there's opportunities to bring guys into your program. Jason's a guy that we got a chance to see play. He's obviously played very well. He's been on a good football team, and he's just right down the road here. So chance to come home and be a part of our program and be a part of that defensive line that we're putting together, and Coach Easton's done a great job with that. And that will continue. That will continue with as far as us just bringing guys in and getting a chance to try to find the guys to come here and be a part of our program and help us keep building this thing.
Now, how did you see this big crowd here today, and how does it feel, having more Auburn fans that can be in the games, on Tuesday?
Yeah, well, the game. So one of the things about this game, when we were doing the first media day for it and all that, just talking about when this game was played, I think 16. It was 15. In 15, great crowd, and so no different for us being here. We expect the same thing: sellout, protective stadium, looks awesome. A great place to play, and just a little bit about that too. I know when UAB had canceled their program, and I remember that, and that was when some teams were deciding not to play football, and as a football coach and a guy that loves this game, I remember I was really concerned about where this game was headed, and then to see UAB come back to build this new stadium. They got a really good football team. They've done a great job. Now to go have a chance to play in that stadium, coming from Boise State and a group of 5 team, and seeing where that program has climbed to, I'm looking forward to being in there and then having a great crowd and hopefully a sellout is what we're anticipating. And our guys are excited to go out there and play against a good team in front of a lot of fans and family and friends, and finish this thing the right way.
Right, can you put your finger on kind of what changed from the time you were 6-2 with a really good win over Ole Miss to the struggles the next 4 games, particularly the second half struggles?
Yeah, I mean, there's things that we've looked at throughout the season, but we still have another game. So when the season's over, we'll get more into that.
One more. How are you guys health-wise, in particular with TJ Finley? How's he doing? How's he coming along?
Yeah, TJ's been great. As far as our team goes, I mean, there's guys that this time off